to Earl Marshall, Rancho Spark, a little further in Atomic Man and All Sand. Just behind those would have been Dylan, further back then Wendigo, Chalet Ami from Sal Racha and Big Mac. 600 to go, about 5 off the outside rail. Mr. Royston held together, a length in front of Earl Marshall, Rancho Spark, Atomic Man, All Sand. A gap to Wendigo, still under a hold, now let down from Chalet Ami. Then Dylan, further back Sal Racha and Big Mac down at the 300 metre mark. Mr. Royston out wide in front. After him is Wendigo behind him now. Further back then Rancho Spark, Earl Marshall, then Atomic Man and Sal Racha. Mr. Royston the leader, Wendigo with his big weight going out after him from Earl Marshall. Mr. Royston a half in front. Wendigo trying to get to him is coming now. Mr. Royston just in front. Wendigo lunging at him. They hit it. Oh, very close, Mr. Royston and Wendigo. Nothing between these two. 2 away. Third, I'd say Earl Marshall from All Sand. Sal Racha, Rancho Spark, Atomic Man. Then further back was Dylan, Chalet Ami, Big Mac back near the tail.
Number 1, Wendigo, in a photo here at 390 and 160, or 5, Mr. Royston, 632 even, 12 for third, Earl Marshall, 540.
For the photo, Wendigo and Mr. Royston. 5 gets it. Mr. Royston gets it. Mr. Royston hangs on here from Wendigo. 5 gets the photo, number 5. Mr. Royston just from Wendigo, who was bridging the gap coming down to the line. But he's just been able to drop his head at the right time, Mr. Royston, and gain the day. 3-year-old against the older horses has beaten Wendigo, number 1, game and defeat. He's beaten him, but probably a short half head. And third goes to number 12, Earl Marshall. I reckon they might have had a little bit of a go at Earl Marshall. I see on the jump.
Right ahead of Toads. Let's go to Kembla. Here's Wayne Harris.
Extras are pretty good.
Exacta 1960, trifecta 306.30, 2 and 7 extra double $20.90, half a length ahead 111.36.
Correct weight Melbourne, short half head 2 1/4, 65 to the numbers 5 1 12 set Brisbane.
Racing. City Shy began nicely off the inside. Fast away Pittons. Beedman is going to take into the lead in the early stages. Alpine Express and King Lotto going forward. Federal Agent is showing speed. Zaris is on a limb in the early part. He's about 5 deep. No chance of him getting in there. He might let him slide forward. Just inside of them then is City Shy racing inside of Keffel and King Lotto, Eminent Chevelle, Laurie's Lottery getting back, then Mallet. And Sweeping Eagle drops to the rear. Coming down the side, Federal Agent in front. Zaris is now sitting outside of him. Aggravation is a length away third, but he's 3 deep outside of Alpine Express. Pittance is 5th over on the inside. 1 to Keffel, then King Lotto, Eminent Chevelle, City Shy. Mallet starting to go forward, but wider. Then Laurie's Lottery and Sweeping Eagle is last. On the home turn, 500 metres left to go. Federal Agent just in front of Zares. Aggravation has never been on the track. He's coming after them on the outside. Alpine Express is there in the middle. City Shy is just behind them. Pittance just behind them with nowhere to go. King Lotto and Keffel down the outside. And Mallet's coming from nowhere. He's flying home. Zares has got his nose in front. Pittance looking for the way clear. City Shy. Federal Agent's kicking on the inside. Mallet the outside. Federal Agent has kicked. City Shy is flying this last little bit. City Shy got Federal Agent. Zares third. Sweeping Eagle from last on the corner is right up there behind them. Followed in by Eminent Chevelle. And then Pittance, he had no luck at all in the straight. King Lotto. Keffel was further back. Aggravation, Alpine Express stopped in the straight. Laurie's Lottery, one of the last home.
7 City Shy to return 950, 280, 6 Federal Agent 370, 1 Zaris 190.
I'll wait for the judge to post the numbers. City Shy, Brett Preble will be the winner. 7 gets it. Number 7, City Shy, Brett Preble. Number 6 is second, Federal Agent Michael Carl. Number 1 is third, Zaris, ridden by Glenn Boss. 13 is fourth, Sweeping Eagle. Numbers confirmed at 7, 6, 1 and 13. City Shy, Brett Preble. Federal Agent Michael Carl, Zaris, Glenn Boss. And fourth in the race was number 13, Sweeping Eagle, ridden by Nozomu Thomas Avoy. 7, 6, 1 and 13.
At the barrier, Belmont Park Race 3, the favourite Island Light, $2, $1. Number 2, Storm Shot on 460, 130. Eagle Farm, race 6, number 7, City Shy, 950 and 280, 6 Federal Agent, 371, Zaris, 190. Quinella, $62, Exacta, $145.80. The 761 Trifecta, $559.70. The first 4, 7, 6, 1 and 13 is $20,921, with the extra double 2 and 7, $28.40, special dividend paying $3.
Taking a look at race 6 at Morfordville at 3.
Rider adjusting his race goggles now. Michael Squires. Natural Urge coming forward in the Sterling Smith stable. Zerelda walking up. And the last in will be Rib Crush. In goes Rib Crush, and the line is set. Race 7, Honda the Power of Dreams plate. And they're off. Wakanohana was best out. Commencing pretty well was Prince Miasma. Bozeman's going to go to the lead, and Expect a Star, the tote favourite in New South Wales, is not far away. As they gallop down towards the judge on the first occasion, and Expect a Star racing up on the inside and knows Bozeman. Wider out as Prince Miasma. Wakanohana back to fourth on the inside of Koala Con, about 3 lengths then to Rip On By. Length and a half further back is Rib Crush, followed by Native Zephyr, 5 or 6 to Natural Urge, and 2 lengths to Zerelda. As they work out of the straight now and go along to the 1800 marker. And the leader is clearly Expect a Star from Bozeman. Wakanohana on the fence is third, followed by Prince Miasma all the way down from Armadale. About 3 or 4 lengths then to Koala Con, a length and a half to Rip On By, 3/4 it's outside Rib Crush, 2 1/2 to Native Zephyr, 3/4 Zerelda, the only female in the event. And last of all is Natural Urge, at least a dozen from Expect a Star. Michael Squires has Expect a Star leading a little more than a length. Bozeman at the 1400. Wakanohana on the inside at its quarters, the outer Prince Miasma. 2 1/2 then Koala Con, followed by Rip On By, then Rib Crush, Native Zephyr, 3/4 Zerelda, 2 lengths to Natural Urge. No change past the halfway at the 1200. And Expect a Star lopes along in the lead, a length and 3/4 on Bozeman. Third posse is taken on the inside, Wakanohana, followed by Prince Miasma, Rip On By, Koala Con, Native Zephyr, Rib Crush, Zerelda and Natural Urge are the last pair. The favourite leads the second favourite coming onto the side of the track. Expect a Star in front, 3/4 Bozeman. A couple away to Wakanohana, travelling over on the inside of Prince Miasma. A further 2 lengths to Rip On By, Koala Con on its outside, and a further 2 lengths then coming Native Zephyr. Rib Crush is third last, 2 lengths then coming Zerelda in company with Natural Urge. Past the 600, they're really speeding up now. And Expect a Star's a length and a half, Prince Miasma, Wakanohana. Bozeman's dropped off noticeably. And as they swing into the straight now, the favourite is the leader, Expect a Star. Wakanohana pops away from the rails to throw out a challenge, and likewise the Armadale galloper, Prince Miasma. And 2 to Native Zephyr warming up nearer to the inside. Rib Crush down the outer from Koala Con. And Zerelda's on the extreme outside, but still in front is Expect a Star, 120 to go. A length Wakanohana, Prince Miasma, Native Zephyr, Rib Crush. They're all struggling to reach Expect a Star. They won't get the fave. Expect a Star beat Native Zephyr and Zerelda, followed by Rib Crush, Wakanohana and Prince Miasma. Then came Natural Urge, Rip On By, Koala Con, and Bozeman. They put plenty on him late in the market, but he has finished a conspicuous last. Well, he did the bullocking work, and he did it well. Number 1, Expect a Star. So, here today we've had horses leading all the way, and we've had horses coming from the tail of the field and winning. And Expect a Star's by Exploding Prospect from Jonquil Star, trained by Rod Bailey at Wyong for BS and WB Sealand, ridden by Mick Squires. That's a double for Michael, who finishes his indentures next Saturday. He won earlier London Eye. 360, 170. Tab Limited favourite clearly Expect a Star. 1, 6 and 5 are the posted numbers. Expect a Star first, 360, 170. Number 6 second, Native Zephyr, written by Robbie Brewer. Native Zephyr by a brown horse, 4 by Nadeed, trained by Brian Lawson. $2 the return, and 5 third Zerelda. A Baymere, 4 by Zabeel, trained by Max Lees, Paul Falvey up $2 neat. Quinella, 12.20. Exacta, 24.20. Trifecta, 74.70. The Tab Limited Daily Double, 5 and 1, $80 neat. King of Atlantis with Expect a Star, and we're waiting on the 4th place getter. Time was 2:32.72. So just under 3 seconds outside the class and course record. And the 4th goes to 9 there, Rib Crush. Rib Crush, number 9, ran 4th, and the dividend will be accordingly posted shortly. Here are margins. 3/4 ahead. The time 2:32.72, broken down to 1:18.44 for 1200 and 37.27 for 600. And the first 4 has paid $1,605.40. Okay.
6-8 4-5-5.
Now, Flemington, more action at 410, 160. Second pick is number 2, Jugatrice, 660 and 250.
Ben Barra, more action, looked terrific going out. He'll sit back off the pace. Mark Flaherty going for 3 wins here on Jugatrice. He's had, this will be his 4th ride for the day. They're off and running. And Rekhabar bounced quickly. Ushku went straight back after the jump away with Prince Ben Barra. Rekhabar first out here from Lizophony. Showing speed as Real Boy going around the outside from Happy Morning in the early point of the race. And from the outside, Real Boy had the lead, but he's out very deep. Crossing over from Rekhabar, Happy Morning, Lizophony, and further back Meteora. It's gone up 5th when they settle down. A length to 2 lengths to On the Straight from Gallopini. Then Soviet Draw. A fair way back, more action from As You Do, Prince Ben Barra. 2 lengths further back in the race, Ushku. And Jugatrice last of all. 8.50 out, Real Boy a length in front of Happy Morning. 3 to Rekhabar on the outside of Lizophony, 4th. 1 further back in the race, Meteora. A good 2 to 3 lengths further back then On the Straight. They're followed by Gallopini, the grey As You Do, the fence. More action going around Soviet Draw. Prince Ben Barra further back. Jugatrice is angling out wide when they come to the turn. On the corner they race with about 550 metres to go. Lizophony and As You Do up on the fence. They got Real Boy easily. Down the middle is More Action. Happy Morning the centre. And Jugatrice further out is running on. Back to the inside On the Straight and Ushku running out of room. As You Do, the grey, 2 lengths in front, 250 out. More Action and Jugatrice are letting down and going out after As You Do. As You Do in front. More Action starting to peg him back. More Action moving up to As You Do from Jugatrice. As You Do a neck in front. More Action can't get him. As You Do's fighting back. Prince Ben Barra late, but As You Do 3/4 to More Action. I think Prince Ben Barra 3rd just from Jugatrice. A gap on the straight, Ushku. Happy Morning, Soviet Draw. Lizophony followed further back by Rekhabar, Gallopini. Real Boy walking home. And one that's pulled up very distressed here, rider looking down at the horse behind, is Meteora.
Number 10, As You Do, 35.20 the win, $8 the place. 1 More Action, $1.60. Close for 3rd, 7 Prince Ben Barra, 3.10, or 2 Jugatrice, 2.50.
Now back at Kembla to Wayne Harris.
Thanks, Les. Main race of the day, the Elroy Lease Club Cup. They're on the way to the barrier here. For the class horse, number 1, Count Scenario.
0.4 on the number 6-8-12.
Race 8 at Kembla. Race 8 Kembla, 1 Count Scenario.
It looks a lot like Slight Chance, good mare that Bobby Thompson had a few years ago. Set now. Racing, Kincourt began nicely off the inside gate. Kazakh Bell threw her head in the air, missed it a length. Tedesio drifting back. Zatella, Miss Zoe, Jean's Interest and Majestically all going quickly. And Mr. Smug has ridden forward as well. He's going up into 4th place as they charge to the turn out of the straight. Brave Prince is crossing over alongside of Spirit of Westbury, who's found the fence in the early part. Right behind him is Chemical Brother. Then Hydro Master, who's a little deep on the outside of Grampians. Paddy Maloney and Viva La Vie getting back. Back to 3rd last is Kincourt, then Kazakh Bell, until Tedesio is last of all. Zatella takes over as they race towards the back. And it's Zatella bolting along out in front at the 1,600 metre point. Leads by a length and a half. Mr. Smug is in 2nd place. Miss Zoe is 3rd. Followed by Jean's Interest and Spirit of Westbury is 5th over on the inside, just dropping onto the steel. Majestically is 6th outside of Chemical Brother. 1 further back to Brave Prince. Followed then by Grampians, Paddy Maloney. And then Viva La Vie and Hydro Master together. Kincourt, then Kazakh Bell. And last of all is Tedesio. Zanetta's the leader. They're going up towards the 1,200 now. Zanetta bolting along, leading by a length. Mr. Smug is beautifully relaxed in 2nd place. Over on the rails, 3rd is Miss Zoe. Then there's a gap of 2 to Jean's Interest, followed by Spirit of Westbury. Preble is giving him a lovely run on the rails. Next is Majestically on the outside of Chemical Brother. 1 further back to Brave Prince. He's about 8 lengths off the leader. Paddy Maloney is next on the inside. They're going along at a nice gallop. A half length into Grampians, followed by Viva La Vie, and then Hydro Master, Kincourt, Kazakh Bell. She must be 20 lengths off the leader, and Tedesio is 2 off last. They come down the side, 750 metres to go, and the leader here is Zanetta. Zanetta's a length and a half in front of Mr. Smug, who's just pushed along to give chase to the leader now. Followed by Miss Zoe. She's parked away 3rd over on the inside. She's just smoking a pipe. A length further back to Jean's Interest, followed by Spirit of Westbury. He's starting to get busy on him. He's swinging across their heels, coming to the outside, putting him into the right spot at the right time. Brave Prince has pulled to the extreme outside. They're well in the straight now, and Zanetta's the leader at the 250. Miss Zoe tackling her on the outside. Here comes Spirit of Westbury. He's joining in. Brave Prince is up to 4th. Spirit of Westbury and Miss Zoe. They're surging to the lead together. Zanetta's boxing on pretty well. Spirit of Westbury and Miss Zoe. Spirit of Westbury, Miss Zoe. Miss Zoe's kicking. Spirit of Westbury going to her. Yes, Spirit of Westbury on the line by a nose over Miss Zoe. Zanetta got 3rd and 4th. Maybe Viva La Vie just in in front of Brave Prince, followed by Chemical Brother. The next one home was Grampians, and then Paddy Maloney, Jean's Interest, Hydro Master, Kazakh Bell, Kincourt, and then Telesio and Mr. Smug. Something's going to miss there. He's weakened badly in the straight, and he's finished a long last.
3 winners to Brett Preble, 7 Spirit of Westbury, $6.40 and $2.50, 6 Miss Zoe, $2.60, 3 Zanetta, $7.60.
Now at the barrier Belmont, the favourite Pecan Flyer, $3.50, $1.40.
7 Spirit of Westbury, Brett Preble. Brett Preble has carried out the big double this afternoon. Number 6 is second, Miss Zoe, Corey Brown. Number 3 is third, Zanetta, Nashra Willer. And third place goes to... fourth place to number 1, Brave Prince. He's got 4th, Brave Prince, just in advance of Viva la Vie.
Kembla Totes.
2-3-1-9 were the numbers here on the first 4 race. And the winner, Imposing Waltz. Luke Price, 5.90, 180. Beat 3 Terrible Taurus, 190. 1 Count Scenario, 180. $13 a Quinella, 28.60 the Exacta, 94.30 the Trifecta. First 4, 2-3-1-9, 495.30. 5.90, 180. 190, 180, $13 Quinella, 28.60 Exacta, 94.30 the Trifecta, 495.30 the first 4. Margins were half a length, 1 3/4, 123.84. Scratch number 8 on race 8.
And ahead of Brisbane Totes, late scratching at Wagga. In race 3, scratch number 9, Jolien, number 9 out.
Starter presses the button and they jump in a reasonably good line, although at the end of 50-odd metres, another Misty out the back. Well pleased, straight to the front now, taken on by Rara Eclipse and Panorama, and Captain Regent hustling around the outer. Then comes another 2 away, King of Acapulco. Oh Temptation on the inside of Galileo. Little more than a length, the Bargain, and a length and a half to Little Lucifer, and on its inside is another Misty. They work their way down towards the 800, and Rara Eclipse is just the leader from Well Pleased as they come on past the 800. Captain Regent is third, and 2 lengths to Panorama. King of Acapulco, wider Galileo. Oh Temptation next, hugging the fence from Bargain, another Misty, and Little Lucifer last of all. At the 600 marker, and Rara Eclipse going along at a good bat to Captain Regent. Well Pleased the fence, and then King of Acapulco, Galileo via the Cape, and then Panorama. Oh Temptation from Bargain, and the last pair, another Misty and Little Lucifer straightening. Rara Eclipse has got a handy lead here, and at the 300 a couple to break on Captain Regent. Galileo, despite the wide run, battles on, and his Bargain coming right down the outside as they reach the 200, and Rara Eclipse grabbed by Captain Regent, but here's Bargain out on the extreme outside, and Bargain put pay to them in the twinkling of an eye and is home. Bargain raced on to beat Captain Regent. Panorama got third from Oh Temptation. Rara Eclipse and Galileo wide out, then another Misty, Little Lucifer, King of Acapulco, and Well Pleased has finished Stone Motherless last. Number 8, $26.20 and $5.70 Bargain. Captain Regent number 4 at $2.50, and Panorama number 9, $2.20. Right down the outskirts, Bargain, Gerald Ryan. Training this fella now for Mr. John Thompson by Rigoletto from Marat, 6-year-old Bay Gelding, and Brent Stanley, the winning hoop. 1:17.84 was the time. We stand by for all numbers on the last event here at Royal Randwick. Bargain winning the final event. Second run back from a long spell. He went out after running third at Warwick Farm back on the 15th of October last year. He's had the 1 run back here on the 11th of June. That was at Warwick Farm. And here today, down the outskirts, and win 4 from 43 starts. He has had 7 seconds and 11 thirds. 8.49 on the final event. Bargain, Brent Stanley first. Number 4 is second, Captain Regent, Terry Jones. And number 9, Panorama, ridden by Dan Beasley, third. Quinella, 64.20. Exacta, 295.70. The Trifecta, $1,542.60. We'll have the 4th, 5th and 6th numbers through in just a moment. All right, whilst awaiting for those numbers, let's check the totes that we have. Number 8, 26.25.70. Number 4, 2.50. Number 9, 2.20. 64.20 Quinella. 295.70 Exacta. 1,542.60 the Trifecta. Well Pleased. It just spat the bit out coming past the 600, was gone there. Well, you've heard where it finished. Many of you have seen where it's finished, at the back of the field. So whether something's going to miss with Well Pleased, who was the favourite on the Totalisator, number 7 at $4.50, and was also favourite in the ring, and finished at the back. Here we go for the full numbers. In the last, the full placings are 8, 4, 9, 6, 2 and 11. 8, 4, 9, 6, 2 and 11. OK, getting close to the Gold Coast. The winners here today have been Dam, London Eye, Midnight Avenue, Puzzle Book, Splendid Retreat, King of Atlantis and Expect a Star. And we'll be back with, oh, here's the first four, 10,352.20. And I'll be back with more news after the Gold Coast, including margins.
And the favourite at the coast, Ringo Mull at $2.
Track rating is heavy. Set for the last, they're off and running. Left in a pretty good line. First out, Mrs. Bentley down on the inside. She jumped a good length and a half in front of Going Forward now on the outside, Della Vista. Further out on the track is Huel Legend, followed by Captivator and O'Kiwi Bay as prominent. Wider out is Keystone from Jangling Jack. Further out, Donny Brasco. When they settle into stride, Garçon Bleu is deep. Drifting back along the inside there was Mr. Donizetti, followed by Troubadour. Further back, Maguire from Brorama Star. Well back, Cotton on Flyer and Home Wrecker last of all along the back. Pace pretty keen and Huel Legend took it up now from moving up Keystone. Captivator got into third, a length and a half, then Mrs. Bentley, a Kiwi Bay. Then Donny Brasco further back in the race then. Della Vista from Garçon Bleu as they string out. 2 lengths further back, Jangling Jack, the inside Troubadour, a couple to Mr. Donizetti. Then Maguire, a length and a half, Brorama Star, Sandbelt the inside. 2 further back, Cotton on Flyer and 2 lengths, Home Wrecker last of all. A good 15, 16 lengths first to last. Huel Legend the inside and Keystone. A length and a half then to Captivator going up third from Donny Brasco. Nearer the inside a Kiwi Bay, Mrs. Bentley the rail. To the outside then Garçon Bleu turning, followed by Jangling Jack. Donny Brasco held up from Della Vista. Sandbelt's got up on the fence from Maguire, taken to the outside with Brorama Star and Mr. Donizetti. Captivator out deep and Garçon Bleu. They reach the front when they turn in. 450 out. Garçon Bleu's gone up to Captivator struggling. Maguire down the middle, nearer the inside, a Kiwi Bay and Jangling Jack's got a run. Then Mr. Donizetti and Home Wrecker from last coming right down the outside with a big run. Maguire hit the front now from Jangling Jack. Home Wrecker from last getting the crack at them from Mr. Donizetti. Maguire drifting to the centre, tackled by Home Wrecker. Home Wrecker's gone up to Maguire. They're fighting it out. Maguire the inside and Home Wrecker. Maguire coming back again in front of Home Wrecker and Maguire comes away to win a length on the line. 2 Home Wrecker, 3 away third. Mr. Donizetti, I'd say, in front of Jangling Jack. A gap in the race then to Garçon Bleu. Over on the inside, Sandbelt. They got away from Troubadour, Brorama Star, Donny Brasco, Della Vista. Then O'Kiwi Bay further back in the race. Pulling up quickly is Brorama Star with Mrs. Bentley. Captivator folded up with Keystone and Huel Legend is last of all.
7 Maguire, 31.50 and 8.50. 14 Home Wrecker, $2. 5 Mr. Donizetti, $5.20.
Now, correct weight to the Gold Coast and the last, numbers 5, 9, 3 and 4. At the Barrier Kembla, favourite Dress Circle, 340, 180 is Wayne Harris.
Thanks. I've got to stick with number 1, Dress Circle from the Waterhouse Stables. Had his first up run since February when he was placed twice in the city. They had a recent trial coming in. This wasn't knocked around. He's done enough work. He looked very, very forward here to run the 1400 first up. Looked terrific in the parade. Put him on top to beat number 10 Theme.
Across to the inside rail and then got a split about 100 metres from home to dash past the favourite Dress Circle.
Come back for the results at Brisbane.
Day. Set. Prebble looking for 4 winners here. He rides Cheverny. Ready to go. Racing this time. Spying hesitated at the start, dropping back. British Busker Roulette fast away with Perfect Paradise. Going forward in the early stages of the race is Brighter Scene. Now, where's Cheverny? There he is. He's running 5th at the moment, a little wide. He's racing on the outside of Final Forecast. Going through the first 200 metres, Brighter Scene goes to the front. Leads by 2 lengths. Roulette to second. Perfect Paradise is running third. Cheverny is a length away 4th on the outside of Final Forecast. West Express is forward today. He's in 6th position, a length in advance there of Sea Breeze, followed by British Busker, Mighty Impulse, and then Mugai. Ken Concarney's drifting back in the field. He's worse than midfield. He must be 12 to 15 off the leader. Over on the rails is Spying and then Chiron. Well back is Romanza with Anthems and Henderson Bay is last of all. 25 lengths first to last, and as they go down past the half mile, it's Brighter Scene, a length in front of Roulette. 1 away third, Perfect Paradise, followed by Cheverny, nice and relaxed. He's a length away fourth. Final Forecast inside of West Express, then Sea Breeze, British Busker, Mighty Impulse. Ken Concarney still giving the leaders a miles start. Mugai's well back in the field with Chiron. Spying. Well back is Romanza and then Anthems and Henderson Bay is last of all, heading for the judge. 400 metres to go. Brighter Scene in front, leads by 2 lengths. Perfect Paradise and Cheverny pull to the outside. They're running into it. Where's Ken Concarney? Still back about 4th last. Pull to the extreme outside. Brighter Scene in front. Perfect Paradise coming at him. On the outside, British Busker, and driving through in the centre, Seabreeze. Seabreeze is coming right through the middle. He's hit the front now, Seabreeze. He pulled away from them and he's going to get the money. Seabreeze first, British Busker second. A photo finish for third. Spying in a photo with Brighter Scene and Ken Concarney out wide. Then Henderson Bay, Perfect Paradise, and final forecast, Mugai. Cheverny didn't go on in the straight. West Express, Romanza, Roulette Anthems, and Chiron, one of the last over the line.
Number 5, Sea Breeze, $11.20 and $3 even. 10, British Busker, $4. 3, Spying in a photo for third at $2.60, or 7, Brighter Scene, $27.50.
Now, Kembla 10, 3, 1, 15, 12, 5. Correct weight, Melbourne, the last, 7, 14 and 5. Length at a quarter half, 152 the time.
Just waiting on second and third to be notified by the judge. Sea Breeze, it was a blistering run when he spotted Daylight in the centre. He really finished off brilliantly. The numbers are coming up now. 5, Sea Breeze is first. Second, number 10, British Busker, Scott Seamer. Third, 7, Brighter Scene, Justin Stanley. No, I'm sorry, a dead heat for third. A dead heat third, 3 and 7. Spying and Brighter Scene, a dead heat for third. The judges posted 5, 10, a dead heat 3 and 7. 5, 10, a dead heat 3 and 7. Seabreeze the winner. British Busker.
Right, they're about to move in Perth. The favourite Fitzroy Flyer, 460 to win, 230 to place. Kembla Tate.
Blanket finish in the last. 10, 3, 1, 15, 12 and 5. Thea Minter the winner. Jeff Penzas paid $11.70 and $3.20. Au Naturel got second at $7.20, and Dress Circle held on for third at $1.60. $11.70, $3.20, $7.20 and $1.60. Quinella coming up. The Exacta, $515.20, $515.20. The Trifecta, $1,189.70. $1,189.70. The Quinella 3 with 10, $139.50. $139.50. The Superfecta is not won. The Daily Double 2 and 10, $84.80. $84.80 for 2 and 10. Imposing Waltz won the first leg, $84.80. The scratchings 4, 11, 17, 18. The Superfecta 10, 3, 1, 15, 12, 5 was not won. And the weight signal still to come there on the last. I'll have that shortly. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello to Kev. Now the last Brisbane. 5, Sea Breeze, $11.20 the win, $3 the place. 10, British Busker, $4. The dead heaters for third. 3, Spying, $1.30. 7, Brighter Scene, $13.70. Quinella, $90.80. Exacta, $181. The Daily Double, 7 and 5, $121.40. Special dividend, $5.80. Trifectas, 5, 10 and 3, $982. Trifecta, 5, 10 and 7, $3,358.30. Correct weight, Kembla the last.
Race 8, Morfordville at $4.50, 1 Flaming L, $993.80, 2 Hunter Halo, $963 even, 3 Kel Treat.
Squeezed out between horses and dropped out with Classy Rave and Above the Law, and the first to move on the inside, Fitzroy Flyer. Bustled out of the gates, Raja Boys now having a shot for the lead at the end of 100, and Shandon's tracked him across going to third. Fourth, Convenient Woman, followed over on the inside by Rixton. Pepinello over racing wider on the track from Duopoly, going up in the middle from Anvil Striker on the fence, and Wonder Star Joker on his outside next of all as they reach the back turn. Silver Star, 900 to go. Joining them on the inside, Sky Roma, followed then by Above the Law, and Classy Rave trails the field with Raja Boy rolling at the top end. 700 from home. Raja Boy's the leader from Shandon, and the stablemate Fitzroy Flyer on his inner. 1.5 further back behind them.